Two very familiar adversaries. Part 3 of a fascinating trilogy. Semi-final 2 years ago and the most dramatic final a year ago in Marseille. La Rochelle winning each time. This, of course, their third final in a row. The defending champions on a run of 15 matches unbeaten across the last 2 years in this competition. It's the big time. Dublin underneath it and thumps it away safely for a first touch. 50th Heineken Champions Cup appearance for the fullback this afternoon. Austin,
you mentioned that Freddie Stewart card. You do get a sense there's a lot of pressure today. It feels a lot different than last season's final. You just worry for the players. You've got to stay cool. They're going to want to smash each other, but you've got to be so careful in the first 10 minutes because it can drastically change the outcome for your team.
Oh, lovely bit of work at the line out. Here's Conan. Oh, it's magnificent. Sheehan, a little show towards Aldred, almost goading him. And Leinster have the perfect start. Inside the first minute, they've undone La Rochelle at the set piece. The fastest try in a Heineken Champions Cup final. Sexton celebrating, and the blue flags are everywhere.
All those yellow shirts, all expecting the ball to come off the top, go into midfield. They burst down that touchline, and Sheehan, a lovely little bit of footwork just to finish the try off.
And a clean hook. Gibson Park looks to the short side, feeds low. And now a little blast from Doris. Gibson Park swiftly into position. Yellow shirts tumbling into those tackles. Van der Fleer is left out. Keenan in a little bit of space. La Rochelle shut the door, but for how long? Wide! And O'Brien! And Leinster have two! And La Rochelle are stunned in Dublin.
Byrne with his eyes up, he knows who's out there, and Jimmy O'Brien finishes it off.
Rule over the top. Oh, was there almost for Keenan, who instead had to make an excellent tackle. And they're over the ball, and they're securing the turnover, and Gibson Park is heading onwards. And Jaco Piper has put his hand in his pocket and is brandishing yellow. And that is a hammer blow.
Very rare you see a yellow card for that.
Through the fingertips of Maloney, not clung onto by Boudon. And La Rochelle have let them off the hook. Great carry from Henshaw again. Sheehan's waiting out wide, calling for it, and tearing in for number 3, can you believe? Not 12 minutes on the clock, Sheehan's got 2, and Leinster have come out of the starting blocks like a fire cannon. Once again, La Rochelle have good purchase at scrum time, and Aldred leaves it there for Dublin. Daunty bouncing off one, powering through to touchdown. La Rochelle fighting back in Dublin, needed to find something. It's fallen to Daunty.
Does he lose control? No, I don't think there's enough there. That'll count.
Those Leinster defenders who are doing everything in their powers to prevent any sort of momentum being built up here by La Rochelle. Dublin buffeted again by Ringrose. And Leinster swarming at the breakdown and winning another penalty.
Just outstanding from Ringrose. It's all going to go here. It's all going to go.
And Byrne punishes La Rochelle on the scoreboard still further. Aldred thumped over by Maloney. Antonio is held, all of him. Caballo, Astoy, this is looking better from La Rochelle. Souteni is in. They will fight to the last.
And Souteni goes over. And La Rochelle just working their way back into this one. particularly having flown out to that lead. They don't want to be hanging on, holding on. Leinster at their very best when they're the attacking force. They don't want to be trying to squeeze out the last few seconds of this game, holding on to that narrow lead.
Dauncey used as the battering ram this time. His Boccia coming around the corner. My word, he was flattened. Met with such force, but then Leinster going beyond the ball in an attempt to retrieve it.
It's an amazing tackle from Sheehan, but Henshaw gets back to his feet, hands on the floor, keeps going forward, and they were doing it a lot in the first half. Wouldn't surprise me if someone from La Rochelle had just had that little chat on the way in.
Back within a converted try. The defending champions. Skelton goes up again. Les Pioque has it. They've got another penalty advantage. Here they rumble forwards. Les Pioque is stopped just short. Carvalho riding alongside him. The ball is there to be secured, and Aldrit is in the mix. So too Laveau. Delan is waiting. Here he is, Ultan Delan, a metre out. Still they keep it tight. Still they use those heavy runners. It's there to be won, and surely the touchdown, surely the score. Georges-Henri Colombe has made the line.
It's going to be a yellow card for Kelleher as well. I thought that was going to save Kelleher, the fact that the try had been scored, but it's not. They're going to have to play the last, 9 minutes, 8 minutes of this game without their hooker.
Now that is good officiating, because a lot of refs would have let that go because the try takes everyone's attention away from it. There's the carry. Does he get there?
Yeah, Jakob Piper's happy that he saw the grounding. The try has been awarded. They're in front, the defending champions.
It's your own ball. There's the ball.
Burn ships it on.
And
Doris.
High.
Oh, that was high from Dauncey. And Jakob Piper,
More than a pen.
awards the penalty.
But that's more than a penalty for me.
Yeah.
There is shoulder to the head, but there is force going through the body, so there's many indirect.
Yellow for Dauncey. Five metres out. Here's Ross Maloney. Extraordinary phase play from Leinster. Van der Fleer.
The player's taken a head injury there.
Here's Keenan. Swallowed up.
It's a head injury. Someone's out.
Man down and flat out on that 5 metre line. And that looks very worrying.
18.
It's a tucked shoulder as well. No wrap of the arm with that right arm. It's going to go.
It's a red card. It's 100% red card, isn't it?
That shoulder, high level of danger. No
Red for Ala Latoa. Only the second man to be sent off in a Champions Cup final. Out it comes. And La Rochelle go back to back. The biggest comeback in a Heineken Champions Cup final. They were 17 points down after 12 minutes of the contest. Ronan O'Gara's legend grows. Once again, he's done it in Europe. His players have defended their crown, and they've done it in the Lions' Den this time.